Welcome to Bottom Line Sports Talk. I'm George Abraham. You know my partner, Albert Cameron. Shoot good, look good, buddy. I'm going to tell you, the Lady Penguins got a big dose. When you hit 5 3-pointers in a row, I like your chances.
Yeah, in a row and in a season of 9-2 in the league, 17-5, you're talking about shooting good and playing good.
Yes, sir.
They whooped Detroit Mercy easily, 91-45 romp. Allison Smolinski, who's really been on fire, came out. George, like as George said, hit 5 3-pointers. The rest of the team joined in. And George is always big with balanced scoring. George, look at that scoring.
Yeah.
Right down the line.
You're going to win.
14, 13, 12, 12, 10,
Yeah.
10. You think you have a good chance?
You got, they don't know where to pick their poison. And when one hits 5 in a row,
Yes.
look out.
7 double-figure scores.
Yes.
First time since 1991. And they are really in the driver's seat in the Arise. And then we go to the men. The first time in a while on this show, we could say, nice job, men.
Yes, sir.
With an 11-3 run late in the game, they come back and beat Detroit 72-70. Devin Morgan hits a three-pointer to put them ahead. They now move to 4-7 in the Arise. And, hey, now's the time to get hot. George, playoffs around the corner.
Yeah, and that league's not there's no Butler.
No.
There's no Loyola.
No.
I mean, and we're not
They
that we're
can
being,
play.
there just isn't.
There's questions.
Valpo, I mean, we're not saying anything. The league's still fine.
Yes.
But it's not what it was.
Well, it's truth in the ratings. When those teams were in there, they were the 9th-rated team conference in NCAA basketball. Now they're in the high 20s. So they have a shot. They just get hot and play the best ball. They also have 4 straight home games coming at Bigley Center starting on Thursday. So there's no reason why they can't go on a nice streak heading into the last part of the season.
Let's give them credit. We get after them, and we're going to say, great job, guys. Keep it going. 11-3 run down the stretch, behind on the road. That's never easy.
No.
And do you see anything there, Al? Like
I
the
do.
70s?
I see the score. Yes.
I was going to say.
George and I hadn't talked about this.
No.
When I see the score in the 60s and 70s, I know why she's playing good basketball. When I see 101-78, and then I see 51-40, those are too slow and too fast. I want that pace right where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And George, 70-70 is what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
They get a chance to win at that pace.
Yeah, I agree 100%. This game, with Milwaukee on Thursday, as you said, it's a big ball game. I don't know why at home they can't beat anybody, because I watch basketball on TV enough to know that visitor's at a huge disadvantage.
Yes, and if they get that first game, then they have the second game advantage big
this
time.
League.
Yeah, this like Thursday, Saturday.
Yeah, that Saturday game on the road is good luck.
Yeah, they can't practice for it. They can't get ready for that.
Yep.
That leads us into somebody that's moving on in his career, and that's YSU's Ron Stoops. That Stoops family is really something special.
Yes.
And Ron's been at YSU since 2010, special teams coordinator, does a lot of work in coaching, was in high school for a long time. We all know that Oklahoma former coach Bob Stoops is his younger brother, along with Mike Stoops, who works for Alabama now, and Mark Stoops at Kentucky. But the old timer is getting out. I like, George, when I saw the quote and I thought we'd talk about him, I like when he gave the old coaches credit for helping him out.
He talked about his Uncle Bob.
Yes.
Talked about Dick Angle, and he talked about Bill Bourne.
Yes, no question about it.
I mean, Bill's our guy, and just a tremendous asset, tremendous resource, quite a coaching tree back also.
Yes, and so when somebody has a great career, like Coach Stoops, and he's able to give credit to some of the mentors, that goes a long way for the humility I like in that family. And we've all had success. But when you give somebody the reason why they're successful, it makes us on this show appreciate you more. Congratulations, Coach Stoops. Hope you enjoy your grandparenting and go out and have a little fun with your grandkids.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. He paid 40 years of coaching.
Yes.
Oh, man.
That's a long time, George.
No,
One thing he found out early, and that really interested me, he said, I found out early that I wanted to be a high school coach. And I didn't want to be a head coach.
You know what else, too?
I didn't want to be a head coach. How about not wanting to be a head coach?
And I think the other thing is staying local. All the Stoopses took off.
Yes.
And he stayed. He was a Youngstown guy.
The oldest one stayed
and
around.
He'll always be a Youngstown guy, that tells me.
Yeah, so you got local ties. You got care about your family. You got giving success to others.
All the mentors.
All the things in place that tells you why he stayed around.
I like to sit those guys down and just listen.
Yes.
Get about 6 of those guys in the room and just listen.
I like to get a bunch of young guys who are starting out
and think they know the world, like the guy at the Super Bowl
Oh, yeah,
who thought he knew everything.
yeah.
To get with
He knew everything.
To get with young older gentlemen who have seen everything and anything with regards to off the field. You know, it's easy on the field. They have seen everything go on off the field, from deaths in the family. How do you handle that? From winning 7 games in a row, and then not, and the people at the restaurant buying your drinks, buying your food, and you got to tell them, listen, I got 4 more games left. A lot of things you could teach the young kids about coaches, Coach Stoops. So you might want to do that. Start a clinic of your own, and we would come see it and tell the young kids how to coach a little bit. Talking about young kids, Zach Razil at McDonald. I like what he said immediately. I didn't break this record by sitting on the couch.
No.
How about that, George?
You don't get 333s without shooting thousands.
Yes, McDonald's.
He said he quit counting. Did you see that?
Yes. McDonald's head coach and son. You know, that goes a long way. There's been a lot of stories written about coaches' sons, George.
Yeah.
I really like that he's done a good job teaching this kid about humility.
About the
That's
team
second
and
time-
winning and losing. Yeah, it
second
came up
time it's
twice.
Come up twice
Yeah.
on our show today. You know, he said he's probably shot between 50,000 and 60,000 shots. There's some people that think they're a good shooter and don't go out and practice by shooting 7 shots, and all of them are like this, George.
How about you
Look
watch
at this thing,
warm-ups?
George.
I watch
Like this.
warm-ups.
You like that, don't you, warm-ups? You love watching them warm up.
Between the hoodies. Then I saw a guy talking during the Star Spangled Banner. the
Oh,
other day.
jeez.
I'm in there and I'm like, I would just do this. He would know what that meant. Go on in.
Yes,
You have no respect for anything.
I agree.
So now talking during the national anthem. Then they got these hoods on. Then they shoot around like they're Cadillac Jones.
Yes.
And I'm like, I wonder if you're getting any of those shots in the game
Never.
where you just tilt your head back and pose.
So credit goes to Coach
Yeah,
Jeff.
much
Lucille.
credit for both you
Yeah,
guys.
Jeff has taught him, and I like what Jeff said. I watched this team play, and they really play some crazy ball, trapping and everywhere, and doing things. But one thing, they play to the end the same way. And I thought, he said, listen, it'd been a lot better record if you won the game. Winning still is the thing that makes you happiest. I know you guys out there practicing right now. Get your teammates better too. I don't think you like to break records with a 2-19 team, George.
No, you know what?
No.
And he mentioned about it helps us win, and he didn't win the other night, and that took some luster off of him.
I know it did. I definitely
Regardless
took
of
the
the accomplishment speaks for itself.
Yes, it does.
Now you're going to make
Junior year, too.
you're going to make 100 and some threes a year.
Yes.
That's 5, 6 a game. Rain and shine, sleet or hail. I'm assuming boxes in one and
Has to
every
see against
other.
everything, right?
I mean, if they don't, then they're because obviously if he aims, it's in.
Yeah, so congratulations, Zach, on a record.
job,
And
Coach.
keep
You
get-
too.
And keep getting better, and we would love to have you on the show. I'll talk to Greg about this after, if we get you and your son on the show.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Maybe these people see how hard you have to work instead of talking about it.
Yes.
I was reading something the other day. This one girl down in my hometown, she was talking about, well, if it doesn't work out, I'll go Division II. I said, sweetie, you need to go to a game up there at IUP for us. They're
Yes.
ranked top 5 in the
They
nation.
have no idea what your Division II looks like.
They have no.
Somebody called me today, George, asked a good question. Said, you know, I hear Andre on Penn State, Shenango. How good? I said, I just know the Martin kid plays there, so I know they have good players. I watched him play at Grove City.
And he's not the only dude he has.
That's what I'm saying.
And then they're playing. They played Point Park Stern. They're in the playoffs for the first time.
Yes.
They played them to the buzzer.
Yeah, they
They
did.
played them to the buzzer, and they got money.
Yeah, they spend it. They do.
Yeah.
They do.
All right, let's talk NFL, Cat. Super Bowl. Now, once again, see, this is these people go, oh, they were boring. You know, the defense isn't allowed to
Yes.
play. Let's start with that premise. Instead of how bored everyone was in Maroon 5 and Adam Levine.
A lot of negatives.
But let's start with the game. Not so super. Well, how about if you're the defensive coordinator? It was really super.
He got a big raise for that game. Both of them did. But and when
Yeah,
you're talking
Bum
about,
Phillips Jr. there. He gets some playing defense,
he
too.
did a little bit too. Defense was dominated. Special teams were in New England. The punter was unbelievable. Allen put a show on, putting inside the 10 3 times, kept keeping LA backed up. And McVay, who they say is an offensive genius, really found out that Belichick can coach some defense. And he found out that their defensive staff, Frazier has it together. They all have it together. And that was a defensive win, which I really like because I usually give Brady all the credit. I'm giving Belichick the credit on this one, and I like that. It doesn't bother me a bit.
that they were really ready in their preparation, George.
Let's talk about the game first, then we'll go into individual, like we talk about dominating. You know, this McVay going in, you know, Doogie Howser, Boyd Genius, all this nonsense. First of all, we're not taking anything from them, but when that's your name and your grandpap was in the league, it's a nice head start.
I'll give him credit. In the interview before the game, it was the best interview I saw. They asked him about his grandpa, and he said, listen, how do you think I got started in the NFL before anybody else?
Exactly.
He said, if my name wasn't McVay,
Yeah, I'll give him credit then.
He did.
And he was humble after he said he got out coached.
he said, my name wasn't McVay, I would have had to start as a GA in some college.
Yeah.
He said, but I got to learn from the Grudens. I got to learn from
Right.
Andy Reid. I got to learn all these guys.
And he's obviously bright. He can recite. They said he knows every play from every game.
Yes.
I remember one time I was watching this interview. I think it was on Real Sports. The guy says, 2015, he goes, yeah, 3rd and 9 at the 12. He said, we ran it. I'm like, oh. So he's serious. But let's talk about these defenses dominating. You know, my buddy said, well, they took this, they took that. They took everything.
You can't take everything away.
You can't.
No, one thing he does, he plays to his strengths, and Belichick has always done that. His strength this year is his secondary. So he's at a great secondary. He says, okay, I'm going to play to stop the run. He said, immediately, I'm going to play the run. I'll play the run because I'm not worried about them taking the...
Well, let me stop you then. Well, then didn't he play into their hands by sitting Gurley?
Yeah, what do you mean? He made a big mistake.
I got, what did Ricky Ricardo say? Lucy, you got some explaining to do. I want to know if he wasn't hurt.
He's not hurt.
He makes $65 million.
Big mistake.
Where was he?
I know McVay's talking to somebody right this moment. We sit here trying to explain to somebody. And he's going to have to really explain to Gurley. Because Gurley kept asking, why am I not in there?
They asked him,
what's going on
He said,
here?
I feel fine.
And they said,
or they're lying on the injury report, which should be a bigger fine.
But I could tell the way he was running, he's not hurt.
Okay.
So, that's how you know.
He had one nice run.
No, he ran, he took some hits.
The one on the hold, remember the hold?
He never got a blimp in it all. Ever.
All right. So,
yeah, no question about that. And Anderson kept consoling him on the sideline, his backup, saying, I don't know what's going on here. It's the hang in there.
Didn't happen,
I'd
though.
like to know that. But George and I would both like to know.
Okay, let's turn the clock back. Week 12, New England's coming off a butt whooping from his old assistant in Tennessee.
Yes.
Rams and Chiefs are playing Super Bowl or whatever you want to call it. Bounced to 51.
Remember that game?
Yeah.
54-51.
So we're looking, we're thinking, oh, the Pats are out. It's going to be high scoring. It's going to be Kansas City and either, New Orleans.
Yep.
And that's what makes me think next year the Bears need to get those cold weather games.
Oh, you need that back.
They could take them out. But so the offense, after that, they do nothing. Defense prevails later. Now we're going to come to Edelman. My old coach, he's 88. We just got off the phone. I was telling him the McDonald's are going kiosk style. See, they're anticipating that huge minimum wage increase, and you're going to get your own order.
I got you.
I see it coming. I feel bad for these young kids. They're going to lose employment opportunities. But anyhow, that's another issue. But I was telling him he's 88. And he says, well, tell me. He said, you know, this Edelman. I said, well, he was a quarterback in college. Is he small? I said, he's put together, though.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he's probably 5'11", 195, and he's roided up. He got caught with the roids early in the year. You have a story about his cone drill, because he was drafted late 7th round. There are only 6 today.
Yeah, he still has one of the 3 fastest times in the cone drill, which is how quick you move. So all his patterns are predicated on quickness, not on speed. They get him lined up against a linebacker or a safety.
Like that.
And he's in and out of his move instantly, lightning fast.
See, I thought it was predetermined because he's so fast.
Yeah, he is that quick. He is. And it's not. None other plays are predetermined. He goes one-on-one and decides if he's going to go in.
And they don't zig or zag, him and Brady.
And Brady knows which way he's going, by the way.
Brady.
By where he's lined up. He can tell where the linebackers line up.
Forget Brady.
And that leads me, I've already given Belichick credit, because I had to with this game. But once again, if this was another team, they would say, well, I wonder why he let Edelman get away with this. No one's called Belichick or Edelman out on. Have you heard anybody win the Super Bowl that he got
busted?
They get busted for 4 games.
Here's the funny part.
Who was called out?
Here's the funny part. If you're doing baseball, you're branded for life and can't get in the Hall of Fame. If you're doing football, it's like a badge of honor. And there isn't one New England fan that cares one bit.
No, 1-0.
How good was he yesterday?
No, and it was the best on the best part on the field.
Yeah.
We're not even thinking about
it. I wouldn't. I was right now. We hadn't spoken about this. The "Who cares" motto. To be honest, if it's your team and you won, it's like the home runs were saying. Wait, you think that those Cubs fans didn't like Sammy Sosa?
They loved them. They still love him.
That's what I'm saying.
They don't think about it at all. Yes, who cares about Roy's? Who cares? They want their team to win. That's why they're called fanatics. That's why they're called fans. That's the way it goes.
So you saw the same thing. There
Yes.
isn't a football fan. Now, the people they beat, they're cheaters, Flakegate, Spygate,
Right.
Watergate. The bottom line is they got 6 of those bad boy footballs.
Yeah, they're not done yet.
And guy just asked me on the phone. He said, what about next? I said, I don't know. I saw Sears are 12-1. I thought the Bears were the best bet on there for the money. But they're like 6-1. How would you go against
Well,
them?
here's what I'd say, and I thought about this last night. What team in football is going to have to beat them? No.
Well, in their league, there's 2, Kansas City and...
But are they better? You're not saying
No,
they're better.
'cause they don't play defense.
No,
No.
I'm saying like this is. I thought this team and the Baltimore Colts, when they won the field goal with O'Brien, are the 2 weakest teams to win Super Bowls. I could not. 5 games ago, I could never have been thinking.
Let me ask you.
New England
I heard a
Super
guy
Bowl.
say this yesterday. He thought they had the best secondary in football.
They do.
Okay, so you have the best secondary. You have the best quarterback of all time.
Yes.
And Edelman's a Hall of Famer. Gronk's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
But we're not selling tickets. I mean, we're not doing pencils.
Well, I'm just looking at the team though coming into the playoffs. Like no one thought.
No.
Man,
No, it's over.
this thing's over.
No.
New England
I only
hasn't
thought
seen-
thing they'd win because I thought he had more experience than the Rams guy. I had
Oh,
no
the
logic.
Super Bowl, yes.
Yeah, but I had
I'm
to get
talking
there.
about into the playoffs. No one was saying,
No.
this is a short thing.
No, I kept looking.
New England's got this.
And then if they beat Pittsburgh, they were home. I knew they'd beat Kansas City at home.
that helped too. The devil. We call him the devil.
He's the devil.
What was the weather like in Kansas City? Made
the
for
guy-
was it made for
The
Brady
guy-
or Mahomes?
No, it's-
it was what minus. It was minus
Minus
2.
14 or something. No, he's the devil. He kicked one yesterday that went like this, and right before it would have gone into the out of bounds.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Joe Paterno used to do that. He'd kick it, it would
Yes,
bounce
that
on the
punt would stay there.
floor. It would bounce on the floor, and the other team, it would roll in. Joe's would go straight up.
That's the truth.
And they would down. Some
Yes.
guys are lucky.
Yeah, they are.
And not that he doesn't need. I
No,
mean,
he doesn't need luck. He's so great, but
No.
they do. They get a lot of things happening to him. No question
Let's
about
talk
it.
NCAA hoops. I made a list of some teams that can win it. What I want to do, I'm going to mention them to you, and I'm going to just give me like a 20-second blurb. Yes, no, why not, what has to happen. Duke.
Well, Duke will be the favorite. They'll
Okay.
be the favorite because they have the best players.
How about that? That's pretty easy. Hey,
Yes.
you're getting paid for that. That's pretty easy.
They have the best players. They got 4 guys who are going to go
Yeah.
pros again.
And don't think that guard doesn't matter pressuring the
Yeah,
ball.
and Jones is under pressure in the ball.
Yeah, that's
So they have the best players. They had a coach. We're talking about experience again.
Yeah,
He's been there a million times.
That Thursday, Saturday, he plays that like a fiddle.
So Duke will be the favorite coming
Okay.
in.
Virginia, because I see Saturday Duke going down there.
Yeah. Oh, so do I. In the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
In the regular season, it's just a Virginia can get beat easier in the tournament than
Like
Duke can.
UMBC last year.
Yeah,
Now, are they playing
but they're better
faster?
offensively.
Okay,
they're
you
not playing
said.
faster. They just got better offensive players.
Which is?
Their still tempo's better, same way.
Okay, that's what I
But
wanted
they
to
can
know.
put the ball in the basket now.
Okay, Tennessee, because you like Barnes. I know you do.
Yeah, I'm a big Barnes guy because they play defense. Tennessee has men, 24, 25-year-old guys playing. That really
Who's that Admiral dude or Colonel or what's his name?
Well,
Admiral.
Williams is my favorite
What's
guy
his
on that
name
team.
first? Admiral.
Yes.
He bad dude.
They got some big, strong guys.
He's a bad man.
Yeah, and so they will be favored because of experience
Okay.
and bodies.
Zags.
Man, they say this is their best team. I've seen better teams. I think they're really good.
They tough enough?
Yeah, his teams are always tough enough.
Okay.
I just don't know if they have the guard power to do it. They're always so good at forward and
Always
center.
have the Australians or the
Yeah, they always have players like that.
the foreigners. Okay.
Yes.
No, I was feeling poor Jay Wright. I'm looking early in the year. He got spanked at home. I'm there. Man, Jay Wright, he doesn't have it this year. I should have just waited.
Yeah, but they don't have the team to win at all. They can go into the playoffs, but they're not winning at all.
16.
They're out. They're out. They'll be out somewhere in the.
So it doesn't say much for that Big East when there are only 2 teams over 500.
It tells you, doesn't it? It tells you.
That dude from Marquette could put 40 up though.
Howard can do that, but I don't see them winning because they don't
Okay.
defend.
Then my
They don't
favorite
defend.
team, Kentucky.
They're the most dangerous team in this thing. They're talking about going and winning at Florida this past weekend when they can win
Hey,
defensively.
Florida plays at Auburn tomorrow and haven't won there in 20 years. Or no, Auburn hasn't won in 20 years.
Well, Coach Pearl will be telling the kids that one.
He'll get them fired up.
Yeah, because-
Say what you want about him. He can coach one game.
Yeah, he's dangerous when he gets in a tournament.
No, there's
That's
no
right.
question. Bill Self at Kansas.
They don't have a team to win it either unless they get healthy. Now, once again, they've not been healthy, George. So by that time,
Yeah.
if they get them all back,
Yeah.
then they're
He
very
always
dangerous.
has McDonald's players. Michigan
I had
State,
them
Michigan
picked.
till they just got an
Like,
injury.
when they got the injury, you can't tell. That's that luck of the Irish. And Michigan State, Langford went down, averaged between 15 and 18 every game. You can't lose a player like that. I don't think they can win it because of that.
Nevada.
Being in the Final Eight, I don't think they can win it all, but I think they can be in the Final Eight. I'll say that about Nevada.
Do I miss anybody? Kansas State.
That's my team.
Your dark horse.
Yeah, I really like Kansas State.
All
Kansas
right.
State is a dark horse. Really a lot. I think they defend. I think they have a great player. Wade. I think they got other attributes and they got experience from last year.
Okay.
And the other one's Houston. I really like Houston.
Oh, I saw them.
I like
they
Houston.
lost one game at Temple. They swore they got jobbed.
I like Houston. I like Houston and Kansas
Good
State.
defensively, though.
They're both sides. You know,
Okay.
and he's a good coach. He might be wicked.
No, a little bit of a
Sam's,
cheater.
yeah, Sam's a little cheap, but he'll win. Yeah.
The Pac-12 appears weak, doesn't it?
Real weak.
How's Washington?
2-3 zone team. Give teams the same defense
Boeheim.
that Boeheim ran. So that's it.
So we don't know what's going on there, huh?
They're not going to.
Now, how about the women? So we know men's women, but we got to mention it this year. When's the last time Gino lost 2 games?
It's nice to see that.
I see him
nice
lose
to see
about 5.
Yeah. So you told me there was 3 teams.
Yeah.
What, Baylor?
Yeah.
Notre Dame
Yeah.
and Louisville can
Yeah,
beat them.
yeah.
Okay.
God bless him. He'll go on the road to Louisville
Right.
and take a loss.
Yes.
It's not a league game.
Okay. So those are the 3 teams that can beat them.
Okay, MLB, they announced the Hall, our guy, unanimous, first guy ever. Ellen, I believe anyway, that they were making the vote public so someone was less likely to keep him off. Just
like
to
that
keep him
idea.
off.
I do like the idea.
Well, you said that about the Steelers all saying they want.
Yes.
I'd like to see it.
Right out here.
No, Australian ballot, folded up, dark room, and then
I
we
got it.
read.
Then nobody wants them.
Oh, wait a minute. They don't want them back.
Yeah, nobody wants them, yes.
I was just curious.
Yes.
Pirates at 60. God bless Clint Hurdle. I'm glad that he's a Christian.
Yes.
Because God bless them. They're not giving him any help.
No, I don't understand.
They won't spend a stinking. Oh, this Coonley.
Yeah, Tampa Bay and Pittsburgh are 2 less teams.
The only time he moves his mouth, and he's saying we're wanting to pour champagne over Clint. Well, you're going to have to take him to one of them strip clubs because he's not getting it in the dugout.
No, never. And
I mean, there's no chance.
and the fans who get on him do not understand
Not a bit.
that if you pay the manager win
Yeah.
per set per money,
Yeah.
he'd probably be tops in the
I
league.
said the other day, my thought would be, give the Penguins 1/3 to Caps money.
Yes.
Give the Steelers 1/3 to Ravens money. And let's compare them.
Coaches would quit. The coaches would quit. They wouldn't do that.
they quit
By the way,
on
they
the-
signed Liriano today.
What?
And, that's what they do. They get guys back who just past their prime, and hope that race.
Bob Friend passed away. They couldn't
Series.
get him indents. We going to go one more song on it?
I don't think they are.
Okay.
I don't
They
think
look like they're in the middle.
Yeah, they are. I don't think they are. I think they're right now in the middle of 2 more, 3 more deals coming up. They need payroll help because you can't win it all, George. I don't know why you keep the players.
Good point. You
That's what
mentioned
wanna
that
do.
on the TV show
Yes.
over in Pennsylvania. If you can't win it all, why
Why
bother?
bother if you can't win
That's
it all?
a good point. See, that's something I never thought about.
Yep.
Pitchers and catchers around the corner. What I like about it, it means spring.
I have some good stories for you. I'm going down to spring training this year.
Yep.
Going to Bradenton with
Yep.
the family, and
We'll get some
and we'll have
info.
some good story about the Pirates spring
Now,
training.
they announced the Hall. And, oh, these Steeler fans, God bless America. My head hurts.
What are they saying?
Faneca didn't make it, and the guy for the Jets did, and I said, so you saw every Jets game and watched the offensive line for 15.
They never watched it all.
They never saw
He's
one.
a Steeler.
I mean, I know he's good, and he probably does deserve to be in there, but you don't know that.
No, nobody knows that.
Did you ever watch the Jet? Malway's his name, or Mo?
He's a great player.
And I bet he was good.
No, he's a great player. They wouldn't put him in if he wasn't a great
Exactly.
player. Faneca was great too.
Yeah.
It's just they have to make a decision on line. You're not putting 2 offensive linemen in the same
Okay, let
year.
me ask you. I'm going to go plan B then. I got you right in your wheelhouse. Were the Steelers so good there's a bias because there's so many already in there?
I think there has to be a little bit, don't you think?
Yeah.
A little bit. I didn't say a lot,
Yeah.
but a little bit. That if there's another Steeler comes up, man, we already got 11 Steelers.
Paul
in
Muller
there.
goes next year, I think.
Yes.
Oh, he's right in. My
Yes.
God, he was the best. Him and
It's
Ed Reed.
hard to believe they don't put him
He
in.
and Ed Reed.
Yeah, those 2 best.
There were nobody
Yeah,
like
those
those.
two best, yes.
Miscellaneous. We got a few minutes. Elwood, I always tell a story. Tarkanian hated the NCAA, and Tark would say that the NCAA was so mad at UCLA they put Pepperdine on probation. So here's the NCAA digging in this basketball. It was like those things where
Yes.
the worm comes out or whatever.
Oh,
it is.
Duke, we got to
They
put
look
that
at
back in there.
Whoop, Let's
North Carolina, put it back in there.
Let's penalize Missouri.
got Missouri.
Poor Missouri. The girl wrote some term papers. Now, do you really think this is the only place in the country that the tutor writes the term papers?
I guarantee you. You hear me? I'm saying 100%.
And
somewhere.
he sees the good in
And I'm the
people.
good at all time. Somebody is doing that because they're on the road 5 out of the 7 days.
Yeah.
You're telling me
Yeah.
that they're sitting in the hotel lobby
Writing papers.
Writing papers, George.
I'll tell you where this hurts them. People don't know. The average fan says, oh, big deal, Missouri. They share the bowl money.
Right.
And that SEC will have 9, 10 teams in a
They
bowl.
want them all in there. Yeah, they want every player and team in there. That's what it's.
Oh, that's going to cost them millions.
Yes.
Albert, that's going to cost them millions.
That's true.
Now, you're not allowed to say this, and I won't, so I'm going to gently
You have to be
be
gentle.
euphemistic. Serena.
It's too big.
Al Campman, Bottom Line Sports is who said it, people.
No, George.
My
you got to see a picture.
Lord.
Now they say that power.
She's still
helps
more
her.
powerful.
It does help. But when you're in Australia,
And it's 98
100
degrees. Yes.
It's just-
You got to be in some shape.
and like we said about referees, the
Yeah.
the minute we see a referee come on the floor,
Yep.
the first thing we notice is what?
he in
What kind of
shape?
shape they're in.
Yep.
It's hard to believe that you can be
And being a fat guy, I know all about it, but
So am I.
I'm not ruining your
and
game.
I'm not playing tennis.
Exactly.
Yeah, George.
Yeah.
It's hard to be.
No, 100%.
It's hard to be big in anything.
Well, they didn't. No,
But tennis is the conditioning sport of all.
if you're an
conditioning.
analyst, then you have to have the nerve to say that.
They won't.
No.
They're not saying it.
No.
They'll lose their job.
No.
We're not losing our job here. I just tell the truth.
Yeah, no.
She
And the antithesis, Djokovic, he could play 7 hours in a row.
and that's how him and Nadal win. They outcondition you.
Yeah.
They keep playing at the same stroke
Yep.
3 hours into the game.
The late, great Ronnie Galbraith used to do it to me in racquetball. He'd take me down in that thing and make me lose my breakfast. He would just hit it, though I couldn't get it anymore. I'm in the back like that, and he's just
funny.
smiling, serving it back.
But isn't it an example?
It's
That
a-
is an
it's a
example.
strategy.
You lived it, yes.
The prop bets were a big hit. People like that stuff. Did so-and-so hit more?
Well, the gambling coming in, George,
Yeah.
is going to go big in that during the regular season. That's coming.
During in-game.
Oh, yes.
That's what's coming.
That's
The
coming.
Oh, I saw
Regular season.
they saw the kiosk. Yeah, it's coming. High school hoops winding down. I like Ohio better. I've told you before. Let's talk about Romo. We got a minute.
Drives me nuts.
I had, you know I don't listen. What did I watch yesterday? I watched America's Got Talent read by guys swallowing
That was
swords
good,
and
by the
stuff.
way.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, first of all, I find him amazingly annoying, and somehow I can't get out the fact that he never won a darn thing
never
when
did.
he played. Now he knows where the plays are going.
I know where the plays are going to. If you're a football,
You know, I know you're not going to believe this. I said this the other day. I got a partner that could call.
I sit there,
and
same
like these
thing.
basketball games, I know what's coming.
you know basketball.
I go, what's the back door cut here? They go back door. The guy I'm doing the game with, he goes, oh, coach, you saw that one?
It's
Yeah.
even better when he says, I think the seam right or the outcut's here.
Yeah.
Well,
What else could it be?
that's what he says. And they throw it. Oh, good
Yeah.
job, Tom.
Yeah.
Good
All
job.
right, we got 10, 20 seconds. LeBron's running. He's the commissioner. He's the deputy
Owner.
commissioner. He owns the Lakers. He's player,
does.
coach, general manager.
He always has.
Poor Luke Walton.
He's gone.
He's gone. You heard it here. Thanks again for watching Bottom Line Sports Talk. See you next week.
Stream live and recorded content anywhere with EXP from Armstrong. Stay connected to the content you love. With the all-new EXP app, you can browse and manage your shows and set recordings for TV shows, movies, and series. Plus, you can stream your favorite networks directly from your DVR or with TV Everywhere. At home, the app also lets you transform your device into a second TV screen or remote control. Your content, your way, when you want it. EXP from Armstrong.